And we are back to GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly North America. The time has come. We are into the grand finals. REUNITED versus Google Me. REUNITED, one of the best teams in the EU, trying to claim a cross-Atlantic prize over Google Me. Google Me defending the pride of North America. And what is sure to be a great set of games, Hex.
They've been such a fun team to watch as Google Me over the last few weeks. We were introduced to them in a tournament a couple weeks ago. We didn't know anything about them, and then they won another tournament the next day. They've been on an absolute tear. They are the best team in NA right now for sure. REUNITED has been the consistent mainstay of Overwatch since pretty much day one. They were under the banner of Fnatic. Everyone had a very high expectations of them. They kind of failed to meet those expectations when Melty was dominating things in Europe. But they've gotten better and better every week. They play in every tournament. They're always in semis. They're always in finals. And they're probably the best team in Europe right now, at least the most consistent team. Well, probably not the best team in Europe, actually. IDDQD is pretty good. I'm sorry, Pluppy, don't hate me. But Google Me versus REUNITED is going to be a great match. It's a good kind of test for Google Me, actually, facing these really strong teams as well. And REUNITED is going to kind of be a barometer of where they're at as well.
So right now we see the bans are going down here between Google Me and REUNITED. Google Me taking out Lijiang and Volskaya. REUNITED taking out Hollywood. So REUNITED actually just wanting no part of that map above all else. And I think that actually guarantees that there will be at least a capture point map or a King of the Hill map in our pool of 5 maps. Because, yeah,
we're
down to 5 maps now. And Nepal is an option now.
Yeah, Nepal we might end up seeing. So we're going to keep banning out until we get to our first map, I believe. Since it's a best of 5, we ban out until we get to 5 final maps. Nepal in that pool. REUNITED taking out Hollywood, wanting no part of it. So we're going to maybe see Nepal at some point, maybe even our first map.
Yep. So, take a look here. King's Row is taken out, and Hex, there's actually a possibility we see Nepal as the first map at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just want to get it out of the way. I don't know. I'm thrilled. I love Nepal. I love playing on Nepal. I love watching Nepal. It's really easy to cast because there's no timers or anything. It's very cut and dry.
Straight up, I feel like, given REUNITED's history on King of the Hill, given how Google Me plays, I actually feel like if Google Me drops a map, if Nepal isn't the first map, I think Nepal will be their go-to map in return. That would be my guess.
I would tend to agree. REUNITED has historically struggled on King of the Hill maps. Google Me is kind of that more aggressive team. You know, they've run that combination of Genji and Zenyatta pretty consistently, which is good on those King of the Hill maps. They're scrappy DM team. That is a good prediction. But for now, we're either going to Dorado. Well, we are going to Dorado.
It's straight up. We are going to Dorado. So kicking things off with a bang. Dorado, not always the most loved maps, but is going to be map number 1 of our best of 5 series between REUNITED and Google Me.
Yeah, I think how it's cut up is first place is going to get 70% of the prize pool. Second place will get 30%. So a lot to play for on the line. Of course, that prize pool got absolutely huge thanks to everyone who donated through Matcherino. Even if you just use the coupon code to throw $1 in to our Matcherino.com crowdfunding tournament. And also thanks to our initial sponsors, Rocket and DX Racer, for kicking it off. We wouldn't even be able to bring you the initial tournament before the funding if it weren't for them. So thank you for them. And it's been a great tournament so far. We're heading into the grand finals.
And just a note on that, before I go too far off, the initial prize pool was 360, but based on your guys' donations, we have gone to 949, and there's still the potential of getting up to the magical $1,000 marker, and it's just up to you guys. But as it is, the support has been absolutely phenomenal. You guys are amazing, and we're going to bring you perhaps one of the best finals we have had in Overwatch yet between Google Me and REUNITED.
Yeah, should be fun. I kind of want to see Google Me run that composition because I think they're a team that would excel in it. When I saw it Friday with IDDQD and Melty, I was just thinking, I'm like, I would like to see SUREFOUR do it. Not that Mixup doesn't have the heroes and the players to run that. It's crazy good. And so I want to see the compositions that come out. I want to see REUNITED get angry at the composition. That's been fun to watch too. You know, I'm not a big proponent of being a part of drama, but damn if I don't love spectating some.
Yep, okay, so it looks like Reaver is in the bathroom. That is the holdup right now. Reaver, of course, one of the best hit scan players in the game. We've seen him do so much work over time, and you know, it's easy to forget about him. Oftentimes, SUREFOUR takes a lot of the glory, but you want to talk, you know, we have this concept of sort of the Bash brothers of teams where the 2 DPS that do all sorts of work, and certainly for Google Me, you see a lot of that coming from Reaver and SUREFOUR, although Kai not to be underestimated at all. I mean, we've seen him do some ridiculous things with Hanzo and sort of off picks as well.
Yeah, is Grego a new addition to this team, or am I just forgetting him? I don't recall him on Google Me.
I'm not sure, actually. I'm not. He might be new, but he also might not be. It's one of those names that's sort of there. Like,
yeah,
it's in between. It's not so bland like Adam that how could you ever forget Adam on Zenyatta? But Grego, it's sort of there. Like, I don't know.
Okay, we'll have to ask. And you know, Reaver, yeah, you bring up an interesting point because we talk a lot about SUREFOUR, but Reaver is kind of a feast or famine type of player. You know, you don't think about him a lot, don't think about him a month, and all of a sudden, wow, 3K out of Reaver. Where did that come from? And Kai plays really well. I have confirmed that it is actually Kai and not Kiki, which is great because his name's Kyle, so it's Kai.
Okay, well, yeah, it's Kai. That makes sense. So we are getting in on Dorado now. This is map number 1 of our grand finals. Both teams fighting for a much larger prize pool than normal in the weekly, thanks to you guys. And hopefully this is going to be some of the best Overwatch we've seen yet, Hex.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest tragic part right now is that I have my sound off to cast and I can't hear the Dorado music. So everyone just send me your Dorado vibe so I can feel it. Man, I love this map. I really do.
It is a really, really good map. So it will be reunited first on the defense, which means that the things have to be updated. That's weird. I think they're on different sides in the lobby, but every now and then the lobby just does strange.
We actually might have to remake because of that. Too easy is saying probably remake. Google Me, of course, is confused by this.
Google Me with the question marks.
I'm just gonna commentate the chat as it goes. SUREFOUR types in a question mark.
Block the screencaster. What?
I don't quite understand.
Okay, I can do it. I can do it. I guess they're worried about composition. I don't know. Or they're worried about the chat. I don't even know. But they're saying remake.
Aw.
So, oh, Morte's AFK. So that's what went on.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
So they weren't actually there. So that makes a little bit more sense. So we did see a little bit of the compositions, though, unfortunately. So we're just going to wait here. Remake
before the teams even spawn. We've been trolled like that before. So
there was a Mei on, I don't know, Hex. There was a Mei on offense.
There was also a Torbjorn on offense.
I mean, what if they're running the almighty Torbjorn Mei offense? We're just sitting here going, being skeptical, but they could actually have their hand on the true meta.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. How do you want me to respond to that? The Torbjorn, I'm gonna respond actually really seriously. I think Torbjorn's actually a really good offensive pick. I think sometimes if you can just actually really support him and get that turret on the cart is absolutely undeniable. If you can get that charge up and get that that molten overcharge, then he becomes an unstoppable force on offense. And yeah, that's right. Okay, now I can actually be serious. This is actually good information that I got earlier that I forgot to mention. Grego is new because Tekaside is off the team. They used to run Tekaside.
Ooh, that's a little bit awkward. I actually, I messaged Tekaside earlier saying, hey man, good luck in the finals.
That is brutal. Yeah, Google Me.
I don't know what Tekaside's a good guy, though. He will find another team. He is a highly skilled player.
Hey, the rosters are moving all over the place, right? So I'm
wow,
sure
I just feel
Lucio.
terrible now. Holy crap.
You should. You really should.
How am I supposed to know these things? Anyways, well, the team rosters, they are very much in flux. They change every day, and you have it.
Hey, shout out to Tekaside. I liked watching him play. He played a lot of Lucio. Good on him. I'm sure there's a team that could definitely use the Lucio. Actually, I talked to a lot of people who are just like, yeah, we're just trying to we're trying to solidify a roster, looking in and looking to pick people up. So he will not be without a team for long, I'm sure.
Definitely not. And I mean, you sort of see this a lot in FPS games. Well, competitive games in general, but I feel like more so in FPS games where you get a lot more musical chairs roster-wise. Rosters very flexible until you get the one dominant team that beats everything, which is sort of one of the more remarkable parts about Reunited is that their core of Too Easy, Morte, Unfixed, Winghaven, VALLUTAJA, they have been together since at least 2012, if not longer. So that is a very long-lasting core of people. They get along. So I feel like if nothing else, like makes them a little bit more immune to rando drama or breaking up over a loss. And it's maybe just why they're able to grind out the game so well. I mean, you've played together for that long. You've had your ups, you've had your downs, and it doesn't really phase them.
It's also one of the reasons that Mixup is able to completely reshuffle the roster and bring it back, because those guys have all played together. That pool of players, even the players now off the roster from Not Enigma, have all played in some capacity competitive TF2 with each other for 5-6 years. They've all been playing a very long time and mixing up rosters in that game as well. So you're seeing the teams that have that past cohesion able to always even reshuffle and then rise to the top again. But Google Me, I don't know a ton of their histories. I'm going to try to maybe set up something with them, because they've absolutely exploded onto the scene, and I think everyone would like to learn a little bit more about them.
Yeah, and I mean, they Google Me in many ways, if you think about it, comparison-wise, are effectively almost the NA version of IDDQD in the sense that they both came on the scene about the same time. Maybe IDDQD was a week earlier, and they have just been dominant in their respective regions since then. Of course, Google Me did lose to Envious in one of the weeklies, but they made it a very close match, and they've been participating in every tournament, making things look really good, and they've just been a strong emerging team.
Yeah, definitely. Are we back in lobby? Did I miss the lobby invite again?
We are back in line. You got invited, I think.
Yeah, several times. I alt tab because I like watching chat. They amuse me. I'm back in though.
That's the path to corruption, X. Just so you know.
If watching and enjoying Twitch chat is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Yeah. So both teams are ready. We're going to be starting any moment now. So they ask if we're good. Kai, so considerate as we go into Dorado.
Early prediction. What do you think?
I have no idea, man. Like, Reunited has been, it's a team that's marked by inconsistency at times, and Google Me has been really strong. I actually could not tell you. I'll have a better idea after the first map, perhaps. But
okay, they're consistently good. They're inconsistently great. I think would be a fair mark on Reunited.
That's a fair point.
Okay, so Grego is the new addition. He is taking over Tekaside's role. And he is currently not rostered up, but I think he'll probably be playing support. I know Tekaside used to play Lucio.
Yes. Technoside was on a lot of support characters, so we'll see if there's any major switches there. And yep, Grego will be on the Zenyatta. And, you know, I gotta think that since you look back at the last series, Google Me was listening in the entire time. They saw every little bit of Reunited's complaints over the current meta, and they are coming out with now, because looking at their defensive setup, Kai on the Symmetra, SUREFOUR on the Genji, Adam on a Zenyatta, SHUYINHAIL on Reinhardt, Grego on Lucio, and never mind, they're not. They did have double Zenyatta's up for a second, and now they switch up. So Reaver on the crease, so not quite. They're running like a little bit of it. They're definitely enabling SUREFOUR, but they're not going full ham.
Yeah, but I mean that's been kind of their ethos since the beginning of time, is that we're gonna try to combo around SUREFOUR. He's been playing really good, but then we've seen other players step up too. Like I said, Reaver can disappear for matches, then show up with like a 6K high noon. So who knows? Offensively, it looks like Unfix is going to be playing Lucio, Winghaven of course on Reinhardt, and another of course is VALLUTAJA on the McCree. Morte will be playing Mercy. Too Easy on Pharah, and Mendo is right now on a Hanzo.
Yeah, so no, he's on Widow. I think he just went for a quick scatter shot and went off after that. So we're seeing pretty consistent progress here from Reunited Start. Reaver takes out Mendo Kusai, the classic McCree versus Widow matchup, actually in favor of McCree at that time. But Too Easy spams down Adam from long range. SUREFOUR though, so a little bit of back and forth from both teams to start things out here.
Adam has already died more times than I was expecting him to. He plays a very safe and very conservative Zenyatta, which is to the benefit of his team, keeping SUREFOUR enabled with those globes. He's already died once, so a big push already coming in from Reunited.
Mendo Kusai has been so good with the picks in the past, has Lucio in his sights, not able to get him, has to back up a little bit. SHUYINHAIL winning the matchup versus Winghaven, so back and forth, but Mendo, the jump actually caused him to miss there. So Mendo having a little bit of trouble with where to start things out, and SUREFOUR getting in there, getting the kill. And now SUREFOUR kind of free to go into the back line just a little bit off the power play.
Yeah, Reunited has to fall back here, and they're bleeding players. Morte goes down towards the end there by SUREFOUR.
Yeah, anytime I see SUREFOUR's Genji, I am impressed. I feel like right now, if I had to name the two best Genjis in the game, it would be SUREFOUR and Pluppy. Not in any particular order, but those are two Genjis I see where they just go the extra mile. And that being said, here comes the Dragon Blade from SUREFOUR. Hopefully I didn't commentators curse him. He's going in, has a deflect. He's just going to back out, so not getting too much value, but does force people back a little bit.
Yeah, it makes a little bit of space. Reaver also has this high noon up, so the early advantage of your ultimates is definitely going in Google Me's favor.
Yeah, Google Me is holding strong here. They're bending, but they're not breaking. They're conceding ground at times, but going back in. Their movement as Google Me is really strong this far.
Yeah, they're playing smart.
Oh, take a look at this. We see a defensive sound barrier coming in as Reunited tries to push in. Reaver with a quick pick on VALLUTAJA. He is going off. 2 kills now for Reaver. SUREFOUR with a bit of cleanup as well. Now look at Reaver. Reaver just wants to finish this off. Has Mercy in his sights.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Too Easy was doing there. He went into a 1v4 with the Discord orb on him, and he absolutely was punished for it. The defensive teleporter is up, which is why they're able to reinforce any losses, not that they're losing a ton. Reaver goes down to a Junkrat switch up from Mendo.
Yeah, Mendo causing a little bit of havoc there. Got in the back, got a kill, ended up getting killed for it, but Mendo, really a playmaker for Reunited. I think he's been one of their better pickups. I mean, Reunited, since grabbing Mendo, has definitely gone to another level. That being said, we have Too Easy versus SUREFOUR here. They're in a vicious duel, and what a nice direct rocket by Too Easy. SUREFOUR just going to back out there and say, you know what, I don't want any of this just yet.
Reunited has a really nice timing window, though, too. They have a lot of impactful ultimates up, and then the Resurrection.
Oh, here comes the tire. Tire is out, but Mendo's going to go down to Genji as his tire goes down. SUREFOUR takes him out. Mendo, though, making his presence felt, does take out Reaver with Too Easy. So, again, back and forth here on both times, but SUREFOUR with the Dragon Blade, gonna pick up 2 kills. SUREFOUR's Genji is all sorts of next level Hex.
Taking out that Morte was, or taking out that Mercy played by Morte was absolutely crucial as the Resurrection was up, but he stops that fight before it re-begins. Again, Reunited has the ultimates up. They weren't able to use them there, so they still have this timing window, but they only have 2 minutes to push to this point.
Yeah, I mean, Reunited, they're slowly running out of time here. We've seen Reaver give every little bit back to VALLUTAJA. We've seen SUREFOUR just be incredibly strong here. VALLUTAJA, though, almost becomes a Symmetra, hit multiple shots there. Almost got it, very close. And Speed Boost is out now for Reunited. Reunited going in, flashbang over the top, nice play. Kai, though, able to take out Mendo. Genji is down, that is a big loss. Reaver takes out Winghaven, and this is not quite what Reunited was hoping for.
No, this isn't the push you're looking for. I'm surprised this Resurrection hasn't gone off, but they might be too.
There's the res. That was a good res. Morte's going to die for it, but VALLUTAJA is back up. Multiple people are back up, but look at the Earth Shatter from SHUYINHAIL. It was on point. It knocked down 2 people, and SUREFOUR is going crazy on the rest of the Reunited team.
It was actually the reason I hesitated there, that I was surprised it hadn't gone off, but looking at the situation, it was already too far gone to even be saved by a Resurrection. Everyone was dead in very scattered places, so even bringing them back to life was just spelling their death all over again. It's hard to not hit that res when you see 4x down on your team, but I think maybe not the optimal Resurrection there.
So like SUREFOUR will have the Dragon Blade up any moment now. He has been on fire here, and really, if you're Reunited, you need to take out SUREFOUR because he has been the problem of problems.
Yeah, I mean, that was always what I said to how do you just stop Google Me? You have to devote a couple heroes to only deal with SUREFOUR, and maybe that's a waste of resources, but you have to make someone else beat you.
He's in the back. He just took out Morte. He's still alive. Deflect keeps him alive. He still has a Dragon Blade. Might go for another slash, but he has Too Easy in the sights.
Yeah, a great, you know, Transcendence defensive from Adam. It is really shutting down.
Morte.
Too Easy does go down, though.
Morte came through the teleporter, got deflected on from other people's bullets, and went down. That was brutal. I mean, finally, SUREFOUR goes down, but the damage was done.
And I mean, this is the last push from Reunited to even get to the first point here, and it's going to get pushed back by the Reinhardt. He gets in, he's pushing everyone away.
Yeah, there's a little bit back and forth. This is the last cast of Reunited, to be sure. SUREFOUR, though, with another pair of kills. 3 kills now for SUREFOUR. I mean, he needs to get 4 kills, so he'd be a 4 kills for SUREFOUR, just be uber redundant, but that was crazy good play coming out of Google Me. They stopped the Reunited offense in its tracks. Now, all they need to do is capture their first point on Dorado, and they will be going up 1-0 in the series, Hex.
Didn't they nerf Genji? What happened?
I don't know. I'm not sure SUREFOUR got that memo, Hex.
Maybe he hasn't updated his game since the patch. He's playing at 200 HP. Well, I mean, he technically is because he's got the Symmetra.
Yep. So,
right around that corner was Too Easy coming in 1v4, who also died in that. Now, I've talked about this before with Google Me, but, you know, we give a lot of praise to SUREFOUR, and it's well-deserved. But if you're facing Google Me, I think the only thing is, like, we have to stop SUREFOUR and then to hope that no one else steps up in his place and beats us. Because if you're just going to let him run wild like that, I mean, not to talk about, like, American football, but the best coaches say we're going to take away your best player and someone else has to beat us. I think to beat Google Me, you have to take away SUREFOUR and make someone else step up and beat you.
yeah, absolutely. Because now Google Me, now let's not take anything away from Reunited. If anyone team is going to hold Google Me to this first point and not let them cap it, it's going to be Reunited. But it's going to be a tough sell because Google Me, I mean, with what they're doing with SUREFOUR in the back, they can just do the same thing on offense and they can really bring it to Reunited.
Yeah, it is definitely tough. You don't see a ton of teams hold at the first point of Dorado. I don't know what triggered Mendo, but I don't know, that made me laugh. So it triggered my chuckles for sure. So yeah, chat is making me laugh for sure. For sure from SUREFOUR. It is a hard map to hold the first point on. It's an impressive defense like that. I don't know if Reunited is going to be able to hold, especially against a team that is so aggressive like Google Me. but they might run a different composition. It looks like we have the beginnings, at least, of the double orb momentum composition. Again, chat, I petition you for names. Actually, throw those at me at Twitter, too. I've come up with the idea of orbital momentum, which is absolutely awful. So please come up with a better name for this composition. The composition, of course, being two Zenyatas. For Google Meet, it's going to be played by Adam and Grego. A Symmetra to buff everyone up with shields is going to be played by Kai. SUREFOUR is going to be on the Genji. Reaver will play Tracer, and they are taking a page out of Mix-Up's book and running a Roadhog with this composition too. But please name it something cool. I would love to see your responses. But who knows? Maybe this meta will be out of style next week, and I won't even get to use your cool names.
Well, straight up, we've seen a lot of really good things coming out of Reaver, and I know he's been leveling up his Tracer play in the background. That being said, taking a look at the defensive end, we have Morte on Zenyatta, Unfixed on Lucia, Winghaven on the Reinhardt, Mendo Kusai on the Junkrat, VALLUTAJA on McCree, and 2easy rounding things out on the Symmetra. So, the man to watch here is definitely going to be SUREFOUR to begin with. After his performance last game, he has earned the spectate to start out this game. For sure.
Just a lot of talk about how the teams really respect and like each other in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, this is sportsmanship all the way down. Both teams having fun with it, even though so much is on the line. So, taking a look here. SUREFOUR looking to get in the back. Not really, nothing too crazy here. And he does take out Morte very quickly. That being said, a little bit of defensive pressure is going down to our down for the offense. So, back and forth here. SUREFOUR still making his presence known.
Yeah, SHUYINHAIL misses his hook on the Reinhardt there. Maybe not the ideal target anyway.
So taking a look at this, we see VALLUTAJA's point of view, Mendo Kusai picking off SUREFOUR. So Mendo, he's had a great defensive Junkrat today. He's done a lot of work. Reaver looking for an opportunity, but this is sort of another bend but don't break defense. We see REUNITED bending a bit to the back, but they're still going for pickoffs, and they're not really conceding ground too easily overall. So
yeah, you don't
nice
really
stuff coming from
you
REUNITED.
don't really want to hold too far ahead of this Arch anyway. This Arch, of course, is absolutely littered with Symmetra turrets. Mendo with a couple kills. He's been on fire today.
That was a tire from him, and yeah, Mendo just making things happen. He's been the backbone of the REUNITED defense thus far, and you know, with all the vaunted Genji play of last time, SUREFOUR is having a little bit of trouble getting things going here. Obviously, they have plenty of time. They only need to make the first checkpoint, but REUNITED, you know, don't count them out. They can hold for a long time here.
No, we've said it over and over again that this composition's all about momentum, which is they're trying to get picks. SUREFOUR goes down. It's going to hurt their offense. That
was 3 people collapsing on SUREFOUR, and SUREFOUR got bodied, and yeah, I mean, REUNITED adapting a little bit, and I think Reaver might be switching classes here. He was on Tracer, and yeah, he's going. Oh, it's the Widowmaker coming out from Reaver.
Yeah,
I love this
for
hex.
Something to start this engine going in this composition.
Oh no!
They missed the pulse bomb. They're missing hooks.
Yeah, he just Reaver messed up his hook there a little bit. He's gonna have to go from the ground. He was looking for the jump shot. Not gonna get it just yet. Both teams are at full strength. And here comes the Google Me offense yet again.
But really, this composition is waiting for one big thing to happen. They're trying to get a pick, and then another pick, and then a third pick. But this composition does nothing until that happens. SUREFOUR comes in and gets 2easy, though.
And he got 2easy, and he's not going to end there. He brings out the Dragon Blade, but the Transcendence really going to ruin his day as he gets headshot and taken out by VALLUTAJA.
Yeah, he was in trouble before that. He ran through 3 Symmetra turrets towards the back end. That's going to get her teleported.
And look at that Winghaven ult. The Winghaven ult knocks down 3 people, and REUNITED is coming in like crazy. They are wiping out the entirety of the Google Me team. They even take out the teleporter, so... And VALLUTAJA, with an exclamation point, kills SUREFOUR again. So VALLUTAJA might be a bit on the angry side right now, Hex.
Yeah, they're playing kind of mad, but this is the weakness of the composition. If it doesn't get going, it is absolutely stoppable, and it really relies on getting 1, 2, and 3 picks in a row, and they just haven't been able to string together these kills and get the initiation that they're looking for. This composition absolutely lacks tank initiation, so what they're looking for is big plays, but now they are switching it up, and they're putting SHUYINHAIL on a D.Va to try to get some space made up front.
Yeah, now there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel now for Google, or for REUNITED, because they only have to hold out for a little bit longer to force a draw in this map. There's a little bit of switch ups there, and oh no, Reaver just took out Morte in the back. That was a great pick, and now Reaver is well positioned with this flanking Widowmaker to get a few more kills, Hex.
Yeah, and but Mendo runs his tire all the way back to spawn and takes out Adam, and Reaver is now down as well, so some of the gas in this push is running out.
I liked the concept there. I liked the sort of secret solid snake Widowmaker in the back. it had potential, but unfortunately, Mendo has really just been putting Reunited on his back with a little bit of help from VALLUTAJA, and his Junkrat play has been phenomenal so far, Hex.
Yeah, GosuGamers is struggling for answers. You see SHUYINHAIL off of the D.Va, now onto the Winston. I mean, this composition, this is the nightmare. If you can't string together kills, it's just really hard to be able to push. That's where the weakness of this composition lies. No actual initiation.
Yep, and again, only 55 seconds are remaining now, so Reunited, they have to be feeling good. They're very close to forcing a draw, and now Google Me, they have to pull something out of their hat quickly, and SUREFOUR actually no longer in the Genji, is on the Tracer, has a Pulse Bomb charged up, and we'll see if he can make something happen here. If anyone could get a good Pulse Bomb and go from there, it would probably be SUREFOUR, so let's take a look, Hex, as he goes on the assault.
Yeah, this Pulse Bomb is going to be absolutely crucial. If he hits it, I think they're going to be able to take this point. If he absolutely misses like that, then they're going to have a hard time pushing through here.
The Pulse Bomb did a little bit of damage, but it wasn't the sticky one. VALLUTAJA able to take out SHUYINHAIL, takes out SUREFOUR. VALLUTAJA, man, has not been allowing any incursions into the Reunited backfield. Yep. And look at that, he takes out Kai with a 2-shot, one of them being a headshot at the end. VALLUTAJA's on fire. Yeah,
they do have a teleporter up front offensively able to reinforce, but I don't think it's going to be enough. This sound barrier is going to make everyone very hard to kill. Now they're running double Winstons as a desperation move.
Yeah, they're trying to get in and force overtime if they can. The Zenyatta's going to get on and force it with the Transcendence. And SUREFOUR and Reaver with a pair of kills each, so this is a little bit of life now on the Google Me side. They're not out of this yet.
Right at the end of the tunnel, the teleporter is up. It is in this back house by Big Pack over there, though, so not in the best spot. Kai with a couple kills, too.
This is tension. This is Overwatch. Both Winstons going forward. And we do have
the tire.
A tire from Mendoku's side. The tire's been really, look at it's stealthing around, but it gets killed.
Yeah, Adam surprisingly able to kill that tire before it kills him. And they are reinforcing through this teleporter. They're pressuring the cart.
Yeah, and now Google Me on verge of turning this around. It was looking like it was going to be a draw, but the momentum is in their favor. And they got it, Tex! Wow, that is a heartbreaker for Reunited. Reunited was so close to forcing the draw, and Google Me at their last gasp. The switch off from Genji the Tracer gave them enough momentum with the Winstons to get through there and go. Wow, so Google Me striking first blood, 1-0 over Reunited, and that was amazing, Hex.
Yeah, these teams are very well matched. It was almost our first draw ever, really. We've been casting tournaments for 6-7 weeks now. We've casted numerous tournaments, and we almost had a draw. I'm sure our admins are breathing a sigh of relief for not having to explain the rules. But that is a first map. Dorado goes to Google Me. These teams are very closely matched. We might be going to Game 5 at some point here.
Yeah, I mean, this, if any series had a potential to go Game 5, this would be it. Both teams are playing at a phenomenally high level. Interesting stuff there, though. You know, I give praise readily, but I'll also give criticism. SUREFOUR definitely had a little bit of trouble getting the Genji going on the attack there. I think really that might be more just VALLUTAJA being incredibly on point that round, but we saw really SUREFOUR very comfortable on the defensive Genji, the offensive Genji giving him a little bit more trouble this time around.
Yeah, kind of hard on the first point of Dorado to really find space to operate on those flanks. I think as far as maps go, this is a tough map for that type of composition to really get going. We saw them struggle to start. They'd get a pick, but then lose a player. What you really need to do is get a two-player advantage and then really start rolling. Where the composition works best is operating out in space, where the map really opens up, and we've seen that on several different maps, but Dorado first point is not ideal to run the double orb composition.
So I'm just interested to see what we get from map number 2, and don't forget Nepal is in the map pool, so if we go to 5, it could end up as map number 5 Nepal.
Yeah, I don't see Reunited taking us to Nepal next for sure.
I don't think Reunited's taking us to Nepal ever. I think that's sort of going to be the last resort. I could see Google Me bring us there if they lose a map, so who knows. And now we get to see the play of the game. Look at that. It's not just double Winston, it's double Marine Winston.
Hoorah.
So VALLUTAJA will play the game. Honestly, if Reunited had held here and they were very close to it, it would have been off the Peacemaker of VALLUTAJA. VALLUTAJA was just absolutely on fire for this entire game. And though they end up falling in the end, like, look at that aim. No right clicks, just beautiful left click glory from VALLUTAJA. He gets 5 out of 5 gold medals.
What's better than that?
What a player. Nothing. Mathematically, nothing.
Yeah, McCree gets a lot of guff for being right mouse button McCree, not a whole lot of aim involved and things like that. But a really good McCree is going to dominate you with his left click and hit those headshots. We saw headshots coming out right there. You can tell by the giant red X and how quickly the other team dies. So VALLUTAJA has been the high mark for McCree's throughout Overwatch since the beginning, since Fnatic days. And showing you why there. It unfortunately was not enough for Reunited to hold that map as Google Meet takes a 1-0 lead headed into map 2 of our grand finals of the GosuGamers NA Weekly.
Good stuff coming out from Google Me, and man, Hex, if every map is going to be that close, we are almost certainly in for a treat.
Yeah, I mean, the day has been absolutely insane as far as close matches go. Even our 2-0s, our round of 16s kicked it off really cool. We saw some great matches already today from some teams that we keep an eye on throughout the scene emerging, but this is what we were kind of expecting to get down to a Google Me in the finals, and then Reunited, of course, beat Mix-Up to be here as well, so it is looking good, and at some point we might even see Nepal, which would just be the best thing ever.
Absolutely. So, while we have a quick break as Reunited decides which map they're going to bring us to. So if people are just tuning in, this is the grand finals of the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly North American Cup. Google Me representing North America up 1-0 over Reunited, and there's a lot at stake. The advertised prize pool for this tournament was $360, but based on the generous donations of the viewers at home wanting to make this event even bigger, we're up to a whopping $949. That is at stake between the two teams, to be split between the two teams. So really good stuff there. Huge shout out to all the people that have donated to make this an even bigger prize pool. You guys can see the top donors on the page. The Match Arena link is still there. Usually there's coupon codes to donate, but people have been so on point that all the coupon codes are down. But we are a mere $50 away from 1,000. So throwing it there, could be our first $1,000 weekly.
Yeah, we're straight up out of coupon codes. The first time it's happened. We've only actually been able to run this tournament page for a couple days. We've been teasing the idea of matchareno.com for a while. We've been very excited to be working with them. I remember like a month and a half ago when we started working with them, they pitched us the idea, and I just thought it was phenomenal. I liked everyone involved, and it's showing up big time. I think you're going to see them around for a while. They're sponsoring our tournaments. Of course, we wouldn't even be able to start these tournaments without Rocket and DX Racer as well, so big shouts out to them. If you don't have the money to donate or want to use your money on yourself rather than spending it on our prize pool, that's fine, I guess. If you're selfish like that, buy yourself a keyboard or a mouse from Rocket or a fine gaming chair from DX Racer.
Yep. So take a look here. It looks like Google Me will be starting on defense. They're saying, yeah, whatever. They're just like, we'll just keep the same side, whatever. And it looks like we are heading to King's Row, Hex.
Yep, and King's Row defense should be a Symmetra somewhere in this, and we've seen King's Row all day. I have no idea what to expect. I expect a close match. Yeah, that's it. I don't even know anymore. This has been such a long day of Overwatch, and now I'm just excited to watch it.
Watching Overwatch, the redundancies aside, it is in fact awesome, and we're going to be going to map 2 again. Both teams look really strong there. I mean, maybe I now give a very minor edge to Google Me, but I don't know, man. VALLUTAJA, if he goes off like he did in map number 1, all bets are off, because what he did on the defense there was so good and was so close to making that map a draw.
Yeah, it seems like Reunited, just on occasion, they just light a fire under each individual player. We've seen Winghaven have some of the best games on Reinhardt I've ever seen in my life. VALLUTAJA goes off crazy. Morte and Unfixed still have great games. I remember Unfixed was just going nuts on a Winston one game. It was some of the best play I've seen out of him. Too Easy, of course, will rock on a Pharah, so you never really know which player is going to absolutely explode for Reunited, but they're definitely capable of it. And that's one of the closest matches I've ever seen. That's the closest we've ever been to a draw, I think.
Yeah, it's been very, very close. So we are entering map number 2 now. This will be King's Row. And we'll see just what Reunited can do to bring this back in their favor.
Maybe Hanzo's. Maybe that's what they do.
You know, Hanzo's are on the table. They did it earlier in the days, so I would not be surprised to see it now.
Yeah, right now it looks like defense is going to come out pretty standard. Of course, you know, we're still assembling heroes and waiting, but this is kind of the standard composition, if you will, especially on King's Row. You're going to run that Symmetra on defense. You know, SUREFOUR will probably be playing Genji. I can imagine why he wouldn't. Adam plays Zenyatta, and he'll be back in the archway and in the windows in very safe positions, as Adam is wont to do. SHUYINHAIL generally plays the Reinhardt. I see no reason for him to change. Grego is now going to be playing the Lucio, a new addition to the Google Me squad, and Reaver on McCree.
And rounding out for the offense coming out from Reunited, we're going to have Winghaven on Reinhardt. What else? He is almost synonymous with Reinhardt at this point. Unfixed on Lucio. VALLUTAJA on the McCree. Too easy on Pharah. Mendo on the Widow. And I got to think Morte is going to be riding this out with a Mercy or a Zen. My guess would be on the Mercy, given what we've seen so far. But either would not really surprise me.
Probably a Mercy because they're going to be running a Pharah. You'd imagine you want to stick the Mercy with a Pharah and really get some damage boosted there. Winghaven trying to start it off with switching to Hanzo.
So, looking at this here, Winghaven will be on the Hanzo. They're not going full 6 Hanzos. Maybe just, one YOLO Scar Shot, but nope, not even that. So, the game is in progress. This is GosuGamers up 1-0 over Reunited, and Reunited wanting to make a statement here on King's Row.
Yeah, a really interesting approach, though, as Too Easy's left alone to kind of do a sneaky Pharah move as they all move up towards the side and try to take out SUREFOUR in the back lines.
And they do. SUREFOUR goes down immediately. That's a huge blow for the Reunited or for the GosuGamers defense. And now, really, Reaver, though, takes out VALLUTAJA. So a little bit of back and forth here. Both teams missing one of their most vital damage dealers. And look at Reaver. Reaver with a very flanking McCree position here. A little bit risky, but can do a lot of damage. But no, they turn on him. They know that he's a threat. Too Easy kills him. And now pretty good offensive pressure from Reunited here as multiple people for the GosuGamers side are down, and this is looking good for them so far, Hax.
Yeah, it was very odd. They're all kind of pushing out in strange directions. Mendo was very far in the back lines. Winghaven gets in, gets a nice kill there, and he's actually posted up on the point.
Take a look at this. SUREFOUR with the deflection actually deflects VALLUTAJA's bullets into Unfixed. That's a little bit unfortunate. SUREFOUR in the back, making things happen, but VALLUTAJA shuts him down again with the headshot, and VALLUTAJA doing a lot of work. Tries to throw over the Reinhardt. Doesn't quite work out. Both Reinhardts fighting each other. Although I gotta think SHUYINHAIL's in trouble. He does go down.
Just look at Too Easy, though. Too Easy got behind the entire squad, was able to take out Adam very early, found the teleporter, and that charged up his ultimate to be able to clean up the absolute rest of that. And that's a pretty quick first capture for Reunited.
Absolutely, and I gotta say this, SUREFOUR has a big problem in VALLUTAJA. Looking at the end of last game and now, VALLUTAJA has just been punishing him viciously over and over again. It's been really, really good play coming out from VALLUTAJA, and I think he just stepped up to another level in this series alone, Hex.
Right, but it's kind of what I was saying. You have to do something to just really try to negate SUREFOUR, just take him out of it, and maybe VALLUTAJA is just only on Cyber Ninja
Oh,
duty.
the damage boosted shot from Too Easy takes out SUREFOUR, so SUREFOUR in a world of hurt and now Reunited. All sorts of set to just keep pushing up the cart here, and they're making phenomenal progress, Hex.
He definitely seems to be the focus, and that's how you at least how you try to beat GosuGamers. You take out SUREFOUR, you make someone else step up and beat you, and for now, no one has done it.
So, you do see the sound barrier coming up for the offense. They want to make something happen. SHUYINHAIL takes out Unfixed, but VALLUTAJA and Winghaven again doing a lot of work, and VALLUTAJA has just been on fire this game.
Yeah, SUREFOUR also just getting off of the Genji. He's even actually going to Tracer now. That's how much he's struggled on Genji so far this game.
Yeah, Reaver and Adam trying to solidify this a little bit, pick up 2 kills, but VALLUTAJA headshots Reaver, takes him down, takes out Adam, and I don't know, I really just don't know what's going on with VALLUTAJA right now, but he is crushing everyone.
Oh, he's put on his cowboy carry pants for sure.
For sure. I get the pun. No, but SUREFOUR now on the Tracer has to do something here because Reunited is pushing at will, and they are looking like a true juggernaut right now. And GosuGamers they got to do something if they want to reverse this X.
And that something seems to be Reaver on Widowmaker in an attempt to try to get some picks. He does get Morte. That's a nice, good pick to start it off.
And take a look. SUREFOUR in the back gets taken out by 76. So again, he's in a little bit of trouble. Nice Helix Rocket coming out there, and the defense is starting to slow things down a little bit. Kaikai and SHUYINHAIL jumping in, getting the picks they need. So Reunited finally going to get stopped, but what a run that was for them.
Yeah, at this point, they just have to stall it out as much as they can and then hope to be able to finish the map on defense. But they are stabilizing now. The Reaver did get a couple nice picks there, but now we see Mendo on the offensive Widowmaker probably trying to neutralize Reaver.
And this is where mechanical skill in Overwatch really comes into play. Widow v Widow, it's truly skill v skill in many situations. Will Reaver be able to take out Mendo? It's going to be a back and forth. That being said, the defensive sound barrier is up. They're pushing in. Reaver is able to pick out Too Easy. 2 kills now for the defense. Mendo picks up Reaver, takes out Lucio as well. So a little bit of a counter initiation here from Reunited.
Yeah, but it's actually going to work out pretty well for Reunited as they had the resurrection up. Winghaven then follows it up with an Earth Shatter, but it's getting just kind of
Mendo trying to snipe SUREFOUR. SUREFOUR darts in and around, and SUREFOUR actually just gonna have to back out, but no, Reaver with 3 picks, including Mendo, the top off the set, so we're seeing some great Widowmaker play here, Hex.
I am so jealous of how these people can play sniper. I can't aim at all. I think definitely Reaver is going to have the advantage considering that he is playing on the North American servers.
SUREFOUR went back, got 2 quick picks as Tracer. He's not done yet. He has Morte in his sights. He sees that orbit, actually. He sees Mendo. He just tracks his head, takes him out. SUREFOUR now making his presence known after kind of an ugly start. Taking out 3 kills thus far. Takes out VALLUTAJA, makes it 4. So SUREFOUR roaring back with some great Tracer play. And now Google Me turning the tables a bit here, Hex.
Yeah, trying to play from across the Atlantic is actually going to really hurt them right now. And we've said it's negligible before, but Mendo has said that sniping at this high of ping, 120 ping, is really, really difficult. So that might be why he's losing the sniper v sniper battle, but it's not slowing him down from killing Adam.
Yeah, Mendo, again, he's always a threat when he's on that Widow. He has great aim. He does good stuff. He has the Tracer in his sights. I think Tracer might know that. What's it? Look at this here. Widow v Widow. He's trying to take it out, but no, Reaver says absolutely not. And he wins the Widow duel. And now, again, REUNITED going to be in a little bit of trouble as Reaver has no one to contest him, takes out VALLUTAJA, taking out all the big damage dealers on the REUNITED team, and Reaver just going off, takes out Unfixed. Widows everywhere, Hex.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual answer to this is, because if he is playing at a disadvantage with a higher ping on his Widow, then they have to try to run something else to deal with Reaver, who's just been kind of camping.
Oh, and he just take Mendo out again. Reaver now putting the team on his back. And look at this defensive sound barrier. They're rushing in. They want to make something happen here. And a little bit of back and forth, but the trades out do favor the defense quite a bit as Reaver takes out 2 easy. And this is phenomenal stuff coming out now for. And by the way, I thought for some reason I'm going crazy. The sound barrier was not used there. That was just them going in. Glow effects not required. So they still have the defensive sound barrier up and then some. So.
Yeah, it feels pretty unfair sometimes when you have a Widowmaker behind the Reinhardt shields. And this offense, which was rolling through the first couple points, is absolutely stalled out. The defense has solidified itself on the back of the defensive Widowmaker.
And now take a look. Mendo getting a little bit of handicap now, trying to snipe on the Reinhardt shield, but he gets taken out anyways. Reaver not having any of the stuff. SHUYINHAIL now going in. Defensive sound barrier goes down for real this time. They are rushing in, and this is just a total cleanup and wipe for the Google Me side, and Google Me really bring things back after a relatively rough start, Hex.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put this on the fact that it is the Europeans are playing with a higher ping, but that seems to be at least somewhat at play here in the sniper versus sniper battle. I think that Mendo is a good enough sniper that he would have been able to get 1 kill somewhere in there, but he switches off.
Reaver just point blank takes out Mendo. Reaver is unstoppable right now. SUREFOUR and Reaver combining for more kills. The Resurrect is up. He's gonna have to back up for Mendo. Mendo finally killing him, getting the monkey off his back. Little bit of revenge there as REUNITED tries to come in. SHUYINHAIL picks up a pair of kills. And this is just, Google Me has morphed into another team here, and REUNITED is just absolutely stymied.
Yeah, they don't really have an answer. They're trying to transition into this double orb combination, though. They do run both Zenyatas. Here comes the Symmetra. Here comes the Genji. They're absolutely transitioning into a different composition. VALLUTAJA, Huff McCree onto Winston.
Yeah, so VALLUTAJA, this is, I mean, when VALLUTAJA goes off McCree, you know things are going down, because VALLUTAJA was doing immense amounts of work on McCree, but I think they just don't want to get sniped out anymore. Yeah, and actually, Reaver's actually switched up, preemptively switched off the Widow, so maybe he's just switching at the right time. I don't know.
No, it's a very good read by them. They see this composition coming in, and they're switching off as well.
Yep, a little bit back and forth here. Both teams down a player. Too easy trying to make something happen as Tracer. Reaver trying to kill him, misses all the shots, gets taken out by Mendo, and this could be the gameplay flow that REUNITED needs. They are coming in. They have 3 kills thus far. Dragon Blaze out. VALLUTAJA takes out Grego. Mendo gonna get meleeed out by SUREFOUR. SUREFOUR, one of the last remaining players, throws a pulse bomb, doesn't get a kill, and now Google Me a bit on their heels.
Yeah, I mean, the composition switch up didn't really catch them off guard, but it was exactly what they needed to push through. Now they're riding the momentum that this composition really allows. Too easy with a kill on his opposite number and SUREFOUR, and they're going to ride this offensive transcendence in.
Yeah, a little bit back, but Reaver is able to take out Too Easy. We've seen Reaver go absolutely off on McCree in the past. He's standing back, just poking, and he's got to be hanging on to this Deadeye now, Hex.
Look at this aggressive teleporter. It does go down. It was in the pack room.
Here's the Deadeye. It doesn't do anything, actually, but SUREFOUR and SHUYINHAIL able to do some work, and again, Reaver just content to be back here for now.
If they can stall it out once, it should be enough to stop this composition, which is so reliant on keeping the momentum up, but right now they can't.
That being said, Mendo Mendo.exe is about to be online. He just got 2 picks of his own, and that was enough to bring Reunited to the checkpoint finally, but man, did Reaver have himself a game there.
Yeah, that was definitely something, but a good read on that. They couldn't break through with what they have. They switched to the composition that they allegedly very much dislike, and it was able to push the last point for them.
So, good stuff coming out for both teams at different phases. I mean, Reunited looked so good in the beginning. VALLUTAJA was absolutely on fire, and then Reaver just unleashing the beast. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was an insane run by Reaver. He just absolutely out-sniped one of the better snipers we've seen in the game in Mendo. Now, perhaps that's partially due to ping. I have no idea. I wasn't spectating first person on them. I don't know what it's like to play with that ping. But that really saved the map for him as they were getting rolled over till that last point. And now they put up a very beatable time of 9:14.
Absolutely. Actually, so obviously we're ahead of the chat. Mendo just comes to the chat after the game and says, I'm getting wrecked, Bible thump. So Mendo knew that Reaver was putting up some good stuff, but Mendo's a great player. He can bring this back. It just, sometimes with the variance FPS games, one player has themselves a game, and Reaver had himself a game there.
Yeah, but that's kind of what we were talking about Reaver beforehand. You know, we pay so much attention to SUREFOUR, and rightly so. But when Reaver shows up, he shows up big time.
Very much so. So, by the way, shout out to Mendo Kusai. Like, as he plays in the game, he also sort of makes these intermittent appearances in Twitch chat. He really likes connecting with the fans, for better or for worse. Yeah. Anytime he's in a game, he's going to be in Twitch chat trolling it up with the best of them while playing at the same time. If that's not multitasking, I don't know what is.
Yeah, he also streams too, and I think some of the competitive players need some better stream numbers, so check out his stream as well. Little shout out for him. But he also did mention earlier in chat, that's where I got my inside information from the Twitch chat channel, you know, journalism. And he said that sniping at the ping that he was at was very, very difficult. So not often do we see the ping come into play. We've lauded the netcode in this game, how it's the very little impact when people are playing across regions. But when you're playing sniper, that impact becomes extremely noticeable, and 120 ping is enough to notice on almost any class. So not exactly outclassed there, maybe outpinged there, but Reaver, not to take anything away from him, was absolutely hitting every shot.
So taking a look at the defense here coming out from Reunited, we got Winghaven on the Reinhardt, Mendo Kusai on the Junkrat, Unfixed on the Lucio, Morte on the Zenyatta, VALLUTAJA on the McCree, and Too Easy rounding it out with the Symmetra.
Yeah, offensively, SUREFOUR is actually going to take his go at Widowmaker now, perhaps. Kai is going to be on Winston for the moment. Reaver will be playing McCree. SHUYINHAIL on Reinhardt. Grego will be playing Lucio, and Adam on Zenyatta. I'm only certain about those last three, but it looks like these picks will stay.
Yep, and the timer is on the way. This is Google Me versus Reunited. Reunited now on the defense. They want to hold this for longer than they were held by Google Me, and we're just going to see what the Google Me defense consists of here. And interesting enough, even after Reaver was doing all the sniping, we got SUREFOUR on the Widow here, so a little bit of a change up. Yeah,
he's definitely trying his hand. Reaver is going to snipe in a different way with a 6-shooter, so we'll see if he's as effective without a scope.
Yep, SUREFOUR gonna eat the Discord orb. That's gonna be a little bit annoying because it's gonna make him sort of VALLUTAJA food if VALLUTAJA is looking at him at all. Discord Widow not really living too long. SUREFOUR though looking for the pick. Has the eyesight, had an opportunity, wasn't able to connect, and now he's gonna have to back up just a little bit. Yeah. And meanwhile, Mendo took out Reaver, and this is a good defense so far by Reunited.
I can't believe what Mendo was doing. He was in this corner. He got totally jumped by most of the team, including the Winston. Was able to back out, threw some rocket or threw some bombs over the top. Was able to secure a couple kills and still lived through that.
Yeah, good stuff coming from Reunited, and one thing I've been really happy.
And so does VALLUTAJA because of those kills over there. They have a huge ultimate advantage on defense now.
Yeah, one thing I've been really proud of looking at the teams here is that it seems even when one team has an advantage, the defenses are really good. You don't see teams get successful first-round attacks all that often anymore. They kind of need ults, and it just sort of shows where the game is going, how teams are getting better. It's so exciting to watch. And Morte takes out Reaver, not an insignificant pick at all. SUREFOUR, oh my god! He just got destroyed by Mendo. That was insane. He got launched into the air and mid-air bombed. Wow.
Yeah, you just hear the chuckle of Junkrats from the distance.
Man,
a huge advantage on defense right now, but the support ultimates are up for offense. If you have a window to push, now is the time.
Yep, we see SUREFOUR trying to get back in the back as Tracer, maybe not recovered from getting completely wrecked by Mendo there, but he has the orb on, and we see the offensive transcendence coming out. Deadeye, though, starting to build charge, and they have to respect this and back up a bit. Both sides trading off kills. Mendo takes out Reaver. SUREFOUR takes out Mendo. And it is really a brawl here now, Hex.
Yeah, Mendo took him out from the grave, actually. His passive ended up killing him, but that is a lot of kills on the offensive side. That should signal that they're going to be able to get this point, unless Winghaven wants to charge in at the end. It looks like he might pose himself.
I think he might do that. Mendo is there. Winghaven's there. They're going in. They're going to try and stall this out, look for a few kills, and go from there. SHUYINHAIL, though, able to clean out both of them. And this is going to be a cap for GoogleMe. So GoogleMe gonna start rolling here, but that was a nice defense coming out from REUNITED.
It's a pretty good pace, but I kind of want to see where SUREFOUR and Reaver are going to be posting up here. They're going very far ahead. Kind of falling back now, actually. But SUREFOUR is still in the back lines as Tracer.
Yeah, SUREFOUR, you know, waiting for his opportunity is waiting and stuff. But meanwhile, take a look at the defense of REUNITED. REUNITED's gonna take it easy and look to defend when payload gets up a little bit further.
Yeah, SUREFOUR's not looking for any kills here. All he wants to do is keep them back behind this alleyway. They don't want to have to fight in the streets. He's trying to just distract enough. Actually, he's gonna go for a kill on Morte here, I think.
Very, very possible. Earthshatter is up for Winghaven, and we've seen Winghaven do a lot of work. Too easy, picks off SUREFOUR. That's a big pick onto the Tracer. VALLUTAJA with a pair of kills on his own, and we might even see an Earthshatter here because REUNITED just makes short work of the GoogleMe team.
Yeah, everyone's getting out on the sniper action now. Reaver has changed to an offensive Widow. Too easy now on the defensive Widow.
Yeah, it's just a little bit bad. I mean, anytime Reaver comes out Widow now, you gotta be scared, at least after what we saw last game. We'll see if Reaver can get those also important picks as GoogleMe goes forward here.
Yeah, defensively in a pretty good position. Most of their ultimates up. SUREFOUR now on a D.Va.
Yeah, so when you think SUREFOUR, you don't usually think D.Va. He's not going for the Genji play here. A little bit surprising, but the Genji on offense hasn't done as much for him as you would think after what we saw in the first map. So take a look here. We do see Reaver looking for those picks. You see, as Reaper assigns, Reaper just sort of begging him to shoot there and eating a lot of his time. We see the offensive transcendence come out, but not quite what GoogleMe wants just yet.
Yeah, the offensive transcendence was actually in response to the fight being taken to them. Not an ideal spot to pop that in, but now both sides actually bleeding players, and it's absolutely a bloodbath down there.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of back and forth. Both teams trading off kills. The payload, though, has been moving a decent amount, still getting a little bit of push.
Yeah, that's going to
and REUNITED wants to delay this a little bit more because right now GoogleMe still has almost 5 minutes left to cap this, so GoogleMe is making the time they need to make.
SUREFOUR just blasted right through Winghaven's shield and took down Morte in the back lines. That is going to open up a little more room for them. We see a Reaper for the first time in a while. Too easy getting some work done on Reaper.
Reaper's still a very solid character. He's overshadowed somewhat by McCree the way the meta's been going on, but I mean, he does enormous work with proper positioning, and you cannot underestimate Death Blossom. That being said, it is a brawl on top of the cart, but we're seeing GoogleMe slowly win here. SHUYINHAIL with a pair of kills on top of it. They've almost pushed it to a checkpoint. They're so close. Reinhardt trying to contest it for just a little bit longer, but it's going to reach a checkpoint, and now GoogleMe in great position to go up 2 maps to nothing over REUNITED.
Yeah, Mendo, although on his Widowmaker defensively, too easy, has the orb on him, and he's ready to drop down with Death Blossom.
Yep. So, take a look at this here. We see SUREFOUR now with his ultimate up. He is in prime position for a pick. A lot riding on this pulse bomb. Look at this. We see Too Easy coming in off the speed boost. Death Blossom picks off 2 people. And even with a good pulse bomb here, this might just not be SUREFOUR's engagement.
They never saw him. They never saw him up there. He was hanging out there forever. No one went to check that that little overhang spot. He got some kills. Then Mendo cleaned up with a snipe. A very good hold from REUNITED there. That's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, so REUNITED buying themselves some very valuable time. They're not out of the woods yet. They still have to hold for a whopping 3 minutes. And we'll see just what comes up here. SUREFOUR, not in D.Va. It's Kai in the D.Va now. A little bit back and forth. Defensive Transcendence is out. VALLUTAJA takes out Reaver. That is not an insignificant pick. Both teams down a key damage dealer. They're going back and forth. We see a defensive sound barrier come out, and now REUNITED is going to rush in off this, try and make the most of it. VALLUTAJA takes out SHUYINHAIL. SUREFOUR takes out Morte. And again, just back and forth. Neither team really getting a big advantage here. Also, it's being used on both sides. And down goes Winghaven, and SUREFOUR making most of it. And this is just craziness right now, Hex.
Yeah, very patient play, though, by Unfixed, though, saving that sound barrier till later. Had that been gone off earlier, I think they would have lost that fight pretty significantly rather than trading out.
And I think they still are going to be losing the fight again. It was really back and forth. Too Easy, though, has the orb. He's looking for the flank. We do see a Deadeye coming down for Reaver, but I don't think he knows about Too Easy coming in off the back. Too Easy, though.
Found him in time.
No. He got wrecked. And here comes SHUYINHAIL. SHUYINHAIL with a nice Earth Shatter. Knocks down 3 people. He will die in the process, but that was a very worthy trade. And now GoGoMe very close to getting the cap. And they do. They are going to go up 2-0 over REUNITED. So they are defending America. USA, 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 as the Twitch chat would say. So nice stuff coming out from GoGoMe. They're up 2-0. And now REUNITED finding themselves on match point.
Yeah, REUNITED, just not enough there, and just excellent play out of the offensive classes. They just kind of traded all game, and eventually enough trades went in GoGoMe's favor to actually solidify that. There was good play on both sides. Mendo with a crazy amount of damage on Junkrat. The first defense hold was really nice. Yeah, but GoGoMe is just too much, just relentless offense.
Absolutely.
I think Reaver being able to notice Too Easy trying to drop on him there has actually saved the game, because Too Easy in the backline, if he's able to take out Reaver, probably another pick there really stalls that out. But the fact that Reaper was dead while they're trying to push the cart there really helped. And then, of course, the Earth Shatter. As far as tanks go, it's the most impactful ultimate that the tank pool has to offer, I think.
Absolutely. So we do have a milestone here. Jace SW, the final person to donate thus far. He made everything an even $1,000 for the prize pool. So the prize pool officially at 1,000. Big shout outs to JSW and the rest of our donors today for bringing all the support to the players using Matcherino. Awesome stuff. So now GoGoMe very close to winning a very significant prize here today, Hex.
Yeah, and I just want to read out his donation. Let's make it 1,000. Envious, where you at? Bring it home for NA, GoGoMe. So a little North American support going on for the donation, because it's $1,000. I think that ties for the highest prize pool for an Overwatch tournament thus far. Thank you to the fans. Thanks for Matcherino putting on the platform for it. Thanks to our initial sponsors, Rocket and DX Racer, without which we wouldn't have been able to do weeklies for as long as we have. But thank you mostly to the viewers and the donators for being able to support this. And GoGoMe is not disappointing. These finals have been amazing. It's been a great set all day. So thank you to everyone. This is just so much fun, and we'll see what happens next.
So what that means then, if this is tied, then that means someone just needs to donate $1 to one up the record and make this the highest paid tournament of all time for Overwatch. There you go.
But we're out of coupon codes, so that has to come from someone's actual account.
You know, well, I actually don't have time now, so it's like I would throw it in myself. I mean, heck.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look at it in a second here, but we're kind of busy casting.
Just a little.
What is our next map that we're going to?
We are going
REUNITED's choice.
Numbani. It is REUNITED's choice, and they are bringing us to Numbani.
Okay.
Numbani, of course, one of REUNITED's best maps, so they want to end strong, if nothing else.
Yeah, but there's always that back pocket pick of perhaps Nepal. If REUNITED is able to pull out this map, GoGoMe still will have the loser's option to pick the next map, and I think they would probably take us to Nepal. Perhaps.
Yeah, I do think
it seems like a world away from now.
Yeah, I mean, you go to Nepal, you let SUREFOUR work his magic with his dueling Genji, but then again, his Genji, while it looked unstoppable in the first part of map 1, really has sort of petered out towards the end. So some of the praise, perhaps, you know, I don't know. I mean, maybe just VALLUTAJA turned it on or what, but VALLUTAJA's had a pretty good answer to SUREFOUR's Genji.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the good counters to Genji, of course, if he can't get that reflect of the flashbang on it. Mendo, of course, talking, remind me to never try to counter snipe at 160 ping again. It's a fair point. I think that he should already know that. So some banter going back on in the chat about the sniping duel that we saw last game. Numbani really could be anyone's map. I think both teams are very strong on this, and I would not be surprised to see GoGoMe bust out the double orb composition.
Yeah, not in the least. So we should be good to go here any moment. Looks like both teams are ready. This is going to be map number 3. GoGoMe now potentially on match point. Though they are on match point. They are on the verge potentially of winning the entire tournament 3-0, defending the North American crown, and definitely solidifying themselves as perhaps the best team in North America.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to argue, as that last donator said. Envious, where you at? But Mix-Up definitely in that talk now too, kind of re-emerging back after taking a little bit of time off to solidify that roster. I have a ton of faith in Mix-Up being able to play very well, but really can't argue with the results that GoGoMe has put up. They've been absolutely dominant.
Least Mix-Up looked really good today, but looking at their performance versus REUNITED to GoGoMe's REUNITED, Google, if you compare Google Me the Mix-Up, Google Me has definitely been playing on a somewhat higher level than Mix-Up today.
Yeah, I mean,
don't think there's any argument.
Yeah, you start to get to those points of like 6 degrees of separation of, you know, this team beat this team, which beat this team who knew this team's cousin who once beat that team's sister. But I mean, it is kind of the only way to really kind of look at all these teams. But Google Me is definitely, I don't know about definitely. Yeah, Google Me is the best team in NA right now. It's hard to argue. They've won every tournament they've kind of participated in.
Yep. So taking a look at the Google Me defense as they roll out, we got Kai on the Torbjorn, Adam on the Symmetra, SUREFOUR on the Tracer, SHUYINHAIL on the Roadhog, Reaver on the McCree, and Grego on Lucio. And I don't know why, Hex, there's still this part of me that every now and then wants to call Roadhog Junkrat and vice versa. I think it's just because they both shared like the same like junk theme, so to speak.
Well, they were announced at the same time. They're buddies. They're partners in crime, you know, from the Outback, ripped directly from the Mad Max universe, apparently. You know, but that's kind of why you're conflating the two. And look at that. They're right next to each other now in the composition. However, on offense, Winghaven is going to be playing the Symmetra. On fixed will be on Zenyatta. VALLUTAJA on Winston, Morte on the second Zenyatta, Too Easy on Tracer, and Mendo on Genji. So they are running double orb composition on offense.
Yeah, I mean, even though they've complained about it a lot, the REUNITED is not stupid. If they truly believe it's that powerful, they will run it themselves because they want to be running what they deem to be the overpowered stuff. So they got Mendo on the Genji, Too Easy on the Tracer, and I'm just gonna see what magic they can work. But they're gonna have to get through Reaver's McCree, which is easier said than done, and he is already landing some good poke Hex.
Yeah, and there goes the first pick. VALLUTAJA dies immediately on his Winston. That shield just not enough anymore. There is also a turret on the ground as well. The defense is in a pretty good spot, and that first pick is going to be rough to recover from. Again,
yeah, I mean, anytime you lose someone early on offense, especially on the first push, it makes the rest of it a little bit rough. Maybe you get a good pick of your own, but if you don't even out quickly, the 6v5 is just very, very hard to deal with when you are the 5.
Yeah, and especially with this composition, too. We've talked about so much about how the momentum really drives this composition, but now VALLUTAJA gets in pretty much unharassed. He's holding the high ground with Mendo.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting a little bit more value here. SHUYINHAIL, as the Roadhog, able to take out VALLUTAJA. Too Easy takes out the turret. A little bit back and forth. Mendo with a big pick on Reaver. I mean, at this point, he probably is just pumping his fist anytime he kills Reaver after what happened on King's Row, but good stuff coming out there, but hang on here. We got a tire coming up from SUREFOUR. SUREFOUR able to take out both Morte as well, so
yeah, they're getting in, and they got the teleporter too, so that might signal that it's going to open up some space for their next push at least.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's back and forth. Neither team is getting out unscathed here. Both teams suffering damage, but with Too Easy going down, this could be what Google Me needs to sort of solidify things out. And if you're Google Me, wouldn't you love to just hold on point A, get a quick cap on point A, and round things out to finish out the tournament?
Yeah,
that's got to be what they're thinking.
Easy, yeah. So VALLUTAJA is still on Winston, not to the greatest effect. That's been a dead hero for them a lot of the time. It's an interesting thing to add to this composition as that 6th flex spot. I wonder if they wouldn't be better served just running him on McCree. Do you really need a tank in this composition? You need something to initiate, but usually with the double orb, the initiate is just get a kill, get a pulse bomb, get something going.
Yeah, well, they do have Pulse Bomb, they do have Dragon Blade, so I think you're exactly right. What they need to do is they need to get Pulse Bomb. Too Easy, a very good Tracer player, very capable of doing that. Just has to look for his opportunity to make it happen, but making those opportunities sometimes easier said than done. Oh no, he got the good Pulse Bomb. It was a great stick, but it was nullified by the sound barrier that just came out at the same time. It wasn't even reaction, it was just bad luck.
Yeah, and Molten Core is up now. That should kind of signal the end of this offensive push. It's really hard to deal with, but they're going to use their ults in and try to keep forcing the issue.
Yeah, no, Mendo Kusai able to force the issue, takes out Torbjorn, but no, Reaver giving him a little bit more PTSD, taking him out with the stun and a few Peacemaker shots. So Reaver, very much a force, repping one of the cooler McCree skins in the game, and Google Me is looking great right now, Hex.
The offensive teleporter is up in action, though. They are posting up in this room, and I will say that VALLUTAJA is off. He's on to D.Va. He looked really uncomfortable on Winston.
Yep, SUREFOUR, by the way, just had a tire, took out 2 people. We didn't even hear the tire, but it did the damage nonetheless, so that's going to delay the offensive push of REUNITED even more. They're now left with only a minute 50 left to take this first point, and they have to be feeling a little bit of time pressure now, Hex.
Going around the back, though, but they are spotted out SUREFOUR, and now directing his tactical aerial denial spam to the right side rather than through the hallway. The teleporter is down for offense, so they're going to have a hard time reinforcing if they lose anyone.
Yep. So take a look, we haven't given enough love to Roadhog here, but SHUYINHAIL has done an amazing job of Roadhog in this game thus far. He's gotten some big hook kills. Not since I've started observing him, but that just could be Countera's curse and then some.
Yeah, they're running straight up the gut now with this composition, and Mendo gets a quick kill onto the sentry gun, which helps. Sentry gun goes down again.
Yeah, both teams striking big blood at each other. People down both sides. Defensive sound barrier is going to come out. Here comes a hook from SHUYINHAIL. Takes out too easy. Right as I stop observing him, he hits a hook. So there you go. Commentary curse lives on.
Yeah, VALLUTAJA does go on McCree. I think it's a smart choice. He simply does not look comfortable on the tanks. He's missing jumps as Winston. He's putting a shield over the turret he's trying to kill. Didn't look super comfortable as D.Va either. He really belongs on the Cowboy.
Absolutely. Reaver's been making a name for himself and then some, and this has been a joy to watch. Now Reunited, they are on their last push, and Reaver just took out Mendo again.
Yeah.
So now they're down to Genji on this push, and this is really sort of their last good push. I mean, maybe they get back here after. And oh man, Winghaven almost got knocked off the edge of that charge. That was pretty funny to see.
Yeah, one of the underrated aspects of that Roadhog ultimate is the knockback it does is absolutely amazing. So that cleared out a whole push just by his ultimate. It's not the most impactful ultimate in the game, not generally going to get you a ton of kills.
Mendo wanting to get some redemption here. He switched to Widow for the last push. He wants to get the picks to make this happen. Mendo, let's see you redeem yourself.
It's their last shot. He just got a shot off, didn't hit anything.
He sees the tire. He's going to have to stop shooting the tire. VALLUTAJA is able to take out SUREFOUR. Oh no, the tire's coming from Mendo. Mendo, no. Oh no, and Mendo goes down, and Molten Core goes down as well. This is going to be a good defense coming out now. For that being said, Reunited's coming in here. They're not giving up just yet, even with the Molten Core coming down. Winghaven able to take out Torbjorn. It's still back and forth.
VALLUTAJA got some really good kills to start that off, although now they are bleeding players. It's only too easy, and Mendo up, and that is going to be a successful hold by Google Me on the first point of Numbani. So, to even force a draw, Reunited has to stop Google Me from capturing this point ever.
They have their work cut out for them, as Google Me has looked phenomenal today, Hex.
Yeah, they look unbeatable recently. I mean, Reunited is one of the top teams in all of the Overwatch beta, and they are just wrecking it. I mean,
yeah, really good
there were
stuff.
some close maps. That wasn't close at all, and I just don't know that. Watching VALLUTAJA play Winston is, I don't know, it's like watching a cat wear people's clothes or something. It just doesn't look right. He just wasn't playing well. He was missing his jumps on initiations. The shield timing wasn't good, and that shield is weak anyway. So when he moved to when VALLUTAJA moved to McCree, his comfort zone, he got a couple picks. They overall did better. I think they just really need to find where does VALLUTAJA fit in that mix. Maybe that's why they don't like that composition, is because it kind of takes away from their strengths.
Yeah, very possibly so. So we are going in now to the second round of Numbani. Google Me has to be feeling good. All that's between them and our great prize pool that has been provided by the people, by our sponsors, by Matcherino, is capturing point A on Numbani. Should they do it, they will take the game, they will take the series, they will take the tournament, and they will take the title of being the best in North America.
Yeah, man, it's been fun to watch them. I mean, I said they came out of nowhere before, and I mean, at least for me, they did. I had never heard of them until we casted a tournament in which they rolled over some of the more emerging North American teams that I had heard of and had seen in tournaments. And then since then, every time I've seen them, they've just won tournaments. So Google Me definitely solidifying their spot as the top team in NA, if not all of Overwatch beta.
By the way, so in terms of making the biggest tournament ever, JSW donated another $1 just because he said a comment of, seriously, you couldn't say this earlier. Big shouts to JSW for that. Bloodbath also with the $1, making it 1,002. Really good stuff coming out there. But taking a look at the defense now for the Reunited team, as Reunited now fights for their tournament life and their share of the prize pool. We have Unfixed now on the Torbjorn, VALLUTAJA on McCree, Morte on Zenyatta, Winghaven on the Winston, too easy. Rounding out with the Symmetra and Mendo Kusai as the Junkrat.
Yeah, offensively, it looks like Google Me, Adam is going to be playing Zenyatta. They are on double Winston for now. SHUYINHAIL and Kai are. SUREFOUR is going to be on the Tracer. Reaver, deadly on that offensive Widowmaker. And Grego playing the role of Lucio.
Yep. So, you see both teams setting up now, and Google Me has to be licking their chops. All they need is point A. And they're going to be coming out in just a moment, Hex. And I got to tell you, someone warned Mendo Kusai because Reaver is out on Widowmaker.
Yeah, that's was a problem for him on the opposing Widow, but I'm kind of curious why they're running this double Winston. Maybe they just want to get super aggressive in this quick initiation.
I think that's exactly the idea. And they're not wasting any time. They're positioning pretty aggressively. Reaver actually waiting a little bit further back. Both Winstons are going to fly in. And Reaver taking his time. Taking a look at the Winston cam. SHUYINHAIL is able to take out and fix, so the Torbjorn is down. That's a big pickoff early on here. And
super far in the back line, although Mendo is able to take out Reaver rather quickly.
Mendo doesn't like the entire idea of dying the Reaver, so good stuff coming out from Mendo, and a good defense thus far from REUNITED. They're able to pull it together and not fall to the double Winston strategy of Google Me.
Yeah, I liked where they went with the double Winston strategy. They went to the back lines to try to take out any Symmetra stuff or anything going on there. They're sticking on it, though. I'm not thrilled with it, but I think it's to take out the teleporters and to take out the sentry gun as well.
Yep, so take a look here. Unfixed. We'll have Molten Core up, so this is going to be a little bit of a rough offensive run for Google Me going in here. Molten Core, very effective, very hard to deal with. The teleporter is up, so REUNITED putting it together a good defense of their own. Too easy will go down the SUREFOUR, but he can teleport back, and oh no, he can't. Nope. The teleport just went down. Take a look at SUREFOUR now. SUREFOUR is on the hunt. Reaver with the pick on the turret. SHUYINHAIL with 2 kills of his own, and suddenly things are looking very, very good for Google Me.
Yeah, what's really great about picking that turret is that if it's not level 2, it cannot be Molten Cord, so it is extremely weak. They're already calling GG. They just think that is it. The teleporter's not up. There's no reinforcements.
And there it is. A great push. Just start off by some quick picks. Google Me will take it. They will take the weekly. They will take the biggest prize pool in Overwatch history. And perhaps more importantly to them, they take the title of best in North America. Very well played by Google Me. A great showing by them. REUNITED, of course, looking really strong today too, getting to the finals, but they met their match in Google Me, and really good stuff from them.
They've been so fun to watch since the moment we were introduced to them. We were kind of like, who are these guys? I've seen the names around before. I don't recognize the Google Me team, and since then they've won every time we've been able to watch them. Phenomenal to watch. REUNITED, of course, always a bridesmaid. They come in semifinals and finals in every tournament they're in. Nothing to be ashamed of, but crazy, crazy good play out of Google Me today. And if you didn't know these guys before, look them up, watch them in every tournament, watch VODs. They are so fun to watch, a joy to be around, and congratulations to them.
Absolutely. Mendo Kusai hanging around. I think Mendo just loves the spotlight, man. Like, he's going to be in Twitch chat after. He's going to be hanging out in the match chat. He's actually the last remaining member of his team. He's just like, hey, guys, what's up? He's a ham, man. He loves the spotlight.
He loves Overwatch. There's nothing wrong with that. He wants to be in it. And I get it. You know, when I'm not casting, I'm watching. You know, so that's how it is. I get it. It's a great game.
Absolutely. So we'll be getting either SUREFOUR or Kai in after this. One of the two. Might be Kai. I think he is the one who's like, hey man, I want the winner's interview. So he said this a while back, so be cool to get him on, get his take on everything, the rise of Google Me, and all the rest of what we're going to do here. We're going to watch us play the game. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with the winner's interview. And SHUYINHAIL, this is where I think he got the double kill as Winston. It's easy to underrate Winston play, but hey, you get on the right people, you make work done. And how did Morte fall off there? Actually,
he got scared. I can't believe that turned into the play of the game when he missed his jump.
Yeah, that's well, that's interesting.
Hey, it's making the best of a bad situation. That's what good players do.
So we are going to be taking a short break. Back in about 4 minutes, we'll be back with a member of Google Me. We're going to get their take on why they were so good today and what we can see from them in the future. You won't want to miss it. So stay tuned. We'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes.